Honestly, just start now. Don't waste time because these are the 4 healthy habits that changed my life after 50. And I wish I'd have started them sooner because for me, they transformed my mind and my body in ways that I've never had happen to me before. And I'm showing up for myself now. And it didn't happen overnight. It was faster than I expected. So if you want that too, like if your energy's on the floor, the real you has vanished into thin air. That happened to me. Or you're eating more junk food, you're boozing more. Let's talk. Hi, welcome if you're new here. I'm Marv, and this is where we talk about the awakening that no one prepares us for, that no one warns us about. So if that's the energy you like, then you're in the right place. And the thing is, making yourself invisible happens slowly, doesn't it? It happened to me so slowly, you don't even notice, and you catch yourself in the mirror one day and you think, where's she gone? Where has she gone? And I know you've done every diet going. We all have. Weight Watchers, Slimming World, the cabbage soup diet, the no carbs, the keto, the paleo. I joined a gym for 18 months. I didn't go. They got paid. I had nothing. I was too busy being in denial, right? Comfort eating. And why do we do that to ourselves? That maybe is the only choice that we've got because society tells you when you're over 50, well, you're not supposed to look good anymore. You're not supposed to look sexy. Sit down, grandma. Like, shut up. You're not meant to wear that. Why do we listen to that? Why do we absorb that so easily? And then you sprinkle on top of it like the hormone chaos of menopause. And suddenly you're like, you are not the woman you were. You don't feel like the woman you want to be either. But it was not just always food. I felt like I was trying to fix something that I couldn't quite fix. I was a fat little girl, always overweight. So I was trying to fix my sadness with the food because the food gave me the big dopamine hit, made me feel better. But actually, I was keeping up a lie. I was keeping myself fat, right? And I never truly believed I could be slim. And when the penny dropped, literally everything changed. So, of course, we've got more than the diets as well. We've got all the drugs. I've tried them, the 1-a-day things that keep you full. The tablets, diethylpropion was the one that I tried. Mounjaro, yes, I injected it in the side. And I even priced up the cost of surgery, how much a loan would be, how much the payments would be, how many months or years it would take me to pay it off. I mean, each to their own, and I'm not judging anybody here, but we have to get to a point, and I got to a point of understanding what my body needed. So finally, I had to tell myself the best way to be less toxic, to not put drugs in my body, not to cut myself open or to cut myself to bits to look slimmer. The best way to try and live healthier for longer was to eat real food, proteins, whole foods, fruit, vegetables, and I've started doing that. And now the confidence that comes from knowing you're eating right, knowing you're making the right choices is incredible. So I'm like, we got to start moving. We got to get to the gym. But then I was like, even in my 20s, I never had the willpower to go to the gym, let alone this old body of mine, right? Gyms are full of meatheads, the young girls in the tight lycra, perfect booties, you know, the mega loud rap music. And listen, no shade, I love rap music, but not that loud. And is that just my gym or is that your gym too? Gyms are not built for overweight women in their 50s. Most of them were not designed for us. They were not designed for us, right? And I was the strong black woman. I've got this. New year, new start, got all the gear, gonna go hard, get into the gym, dive on all the machines, injure yourself because you don't know how to use the machines. Why do we do that? Why are we so stupid? We lean into all the gym hype. You injure yourself so you don't go back, so you keep paying your gym fees. It's not happening. And I realised I needed to stop being the me, I'm going to do it on my own and ask for help to make this work. Ask for help to build the willpower. And yeah, I'm still a work in progress, but I now have Tash, who is my personal trainer. I use her once a week. I mean, there are literally millions of free personal trainers on YouTube, right? So do it whichever way you can. I'm about 18 months into it now and I'm moving, weight training. I'm stronger. You don't laugh. You know, this sounds crazy, but it feels insanely powerful. I feel insanely strong and no longer sluggish. And I can look myself in the mirror and go, okay, so you're slimming down. You are becoming the girl you want to be, the slimmer, the fitter, the happier. It's a gift to myself. But then even after I was seeing the lie of I haven't got any willpower, I'm keeping myself fat, I was overriding other parts of me. And I actually work in live TV, so some mornings I'm up at 3 a.m. to do a show at 6 a.m. Sometimes I'm starting in the afternoon. I'm finishing a show at midnight. I might even be working through the night. And for the best part of 18 years, I've been self-employed. So if you're ill, you push through, because if you're ill, you need to work because you don't get sick pay, right? So you keep going. And in your 20s and 30s, you're the go-getter, you're the career woman, you never stop, you can't stop, you got to have it all, right? That's what's happening in my 20s and 30s. And in our 50s, big old menopause comes along, and that pushing through has a price tag. And the more you keep pushing through, the bigger the price tag, the more and more it racks up. That came to a head for me in 2021. So I fell down the stairs onto my knees, smacked my shoulder. It gave me bursitis in my shoulder, like absolute agony in my right shoulder. And I had the strongest over-the-counter drugs going to get me out of bed every day, to walk. I could barely walk. What I realised was I need professional help. So I got the money together for the physio, the acupuncture, the personal trainer. And guess what? I feel better. I feel better. I feel like I've never felt before. And we are terrible, aren't we? We are terrible at going, it's okay, I'll get through. And like in my 20s, it was like, I will rest when the job is done. But rest is the job. And there's something so crazy. We just keep ignoring our body signals. Why do we do that? So I'm feeling better. Physically, I'm kind of listening to myself, and I thought I'd cracked it. Of course I did. We all think we've cracked it when we've achieved one thing. But then I realised there was still something draining my body dry, and it wasn't the food, and it wasn't the gym, and it wasn't taking professional advice to help me. And again, because we're told as women, yes, you must say yes. It makes us valuable. We're accommodating. We are good. If we're not saying yes, and if we're not good, then we are being aggressive. We're being difficult. We're being uppity. You know, teaching is an example. You know, I don't know how anybody teaches students. You got to keep on top of your cohort. You got to make sure they're all right. They're being taught what they need to be taught. You're staying in tune with your colleagues, working with your colleagues. You might have staff. In my case, I had staff. I was teaching all the hours God sends. And at the end of the day, I was crawling through the door on my knees. Then through COVID, we had to try and teach teenage journalists how to be journalists through a laptop. It was unrealistic, and it totally drained me. And on top of me going through the grief of losing a close family member, I quit. I walked away. And even though I thought, who's going to hire me? What am I going to do for money? And then I was thinking, like, listen, when you're dead, you can't take it with you, right? And choosing yourself is so powerful. Saying no is not being uppity or aggressive or difficult. It's being honest. And we often don't realise it till it's too late. What I know now is that your body cannot heal from physical or mental trauma. It cannot move. It cannot fuel itself properly if you are pouring every last drop into spaces that are giving you nothing back. So for me, saying no is a body habit, and I would love to know which habit hit you the hardest, which one you think you're going to try. Tell me in the comments. I read and reply to every single one. Your chapter is the best chapter. It's yet to come. Get ready for it, baby. Listen, lovely YouTube suggesting this video over there. So I'll see you over there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.